I stopped talking to basically everybody I knew to build my marketing agency and lock in for the past 3 years. And I've done around 3 mil in revenue since the beginning. So, hot take. I want to make this very clear. I'm not an advocate of cutting off your day ones by like any means, like at all. Like that's like, I'm not insinuating that. I'm not trying to make that point at all. But what I am saying is that when you get into starting your own business, doing whatever it is that you do, or you could be 6 months in, you could be 12 months in, you could be a few years in, you could be 3 years in, you could be 5 years in, it doesn't really matter. But you're going to notice that you're going to fall out of alignment with a lot of people that you were previously close with, right? Whether you went to school with them, college, you worked with them, did whatever it was, watched sports with them, partied with them, it doesn't really matter, like stupid shit that wasn't making you money, but you embark on this, adventure to build something bigger for yourself, you're going to notice that a lot of people are going to cut off. So I'll kind of walk you through like my situation. So back in 2023, I started my marketing agency, quit my job. This is like springtime of 2023, went all in on the business. And I basically started to seclude myself right from the get-go there. And it really wasn't by design. Like I wasn't like intentionally going like, okay, like I have to like seclude myself. I was just getting so invested in the work and like addicted to the grind and to the hustle that I just stopped doing the things that I used to, be doing. Like stop drinking, stop partying, like cut off basically all the bullshit that like wasn't making me money at all. So I could strictly focus on the business and putting all my time and effort into it, which obviously I'm glad that I did. So quit my job, went all in on the agency. After I saw my first client, I quit my job. And 6 months later, I ended up moving. And I'll double back to why that's important in a little bit. But I ended up moving and I put myself into a literal physical location where I didn't know anybody, didn't have any friends around, I literally had zero distractions. There was nothing there that could distract me at all. So the only things that I had to do were work, sleep, and go to the gym and eat. Like that was literally it. That's all I was doing. Because I put myself into a literal physical environment where I made it very hard. I moved far away from all the people that I knew, from family, from everything, from the comfort of my past life that I, just didn't align with anymore because I wanted to build something for myself, build a business for myself, and start making money for myself, and get really rich doing it and continue to do that even now. I'm nowhere close to near done at all. But the point being is I did isolate myself. I did seclude myself. And I made it very hard for myself to get distracted with things that weren't aligned with my desired outcome and my goals that I wanted to hit for myself. So putting myself into this position where, I could literally just work and focus, I'm not going to say it was lonely. I never felt lonely at all, but you don't have a lot of people around you. You're not talking to that many people. Everybody I'm engaging with on a day-to-day basis at this point is literally just, they're either leads, they're either people that I'm selling to on sales calls, or my very small team of, just contractors at the time, really. And that was pretty much it. Just really, I guess, locked in on just making the business work. And I think that in the beginning, and I think if you're in month 6 to 12 months, whatever, 2 years, you'll notice that you're going to lose a lot of people. A lot of people are going to drop off, and you're going to stop talking to, a lot of your friends, maybe even family. It's just going to happen. I mean, it's a brutal reality. If you're very serious about, getting rich and trying to make a shit ton of money, and doing that for yourself, it's just going to happen. People are just going to fall off. You're going to stop responding to those texts. You're going to stop taking those phone calls just because you don't have time for it and they don't align with where you're trying to get to. So why even waste the time on it? And just subconsciously, you're going to realize that if you're, actually trying to get it and you genuinely want it. The other thing that I wanted to bring up was strategically changing locations. So for me, 6 months after quitting my job and going all in on my marketing agency at the time, I moved, like I said, moved away. After I made that move, very big pop. I saw a very big pop in productivity, had a nice little revenue pop, and I started to see the progress materialize a lot quicker because, I got new walls to look at, I got new trees to look at, I got a new place to walk outside, just new things, new environment, right? To just stimulate like new ideas, create new neural pathways in your mind. And I think that's really good for like stimulating progress. So just literally strategically removing yourself from environments and putting yourself in a new one, which creates a little bit of uncomfortability as well. Every 8 to 12 months, that's the window. And for me, after I made that first move, I made another move 12 months later to Miami and put myself into a much different situation. But during that initial time where I was like literally disappeared for a year, locked in, just focused on the marketing agency, I lost a lot of old relationships, which, you know, is what it is, I guess. Got to make those sacrifices somewhere. But I made a lot of new ones, and I started to find myself in rooms and in environments and networks, masterminds that I joined, just surrounded by people that, you know, were actually that shared like similar goals and like I was more aligned with, and they were trying to get rich too. And they have their own business, they have their own huge, big aspirations, and they're highly ambitious people. You just start to like naturally like find yourself into these situations where now it's like all my friends are like, you know, killers. Like they're all ambitious. Everyone's trying to get it. Everybody in my immediate network, at least, is like just absolutely like obsessed with, you know, maximizing their potential and becoming a better version of themselves. And obviously at the end of the day, making a shit ton more money as well. And then for me, like obviously I locked myself away from everybody and like self-isolated myself intentionally. First 6 months it wasn't so intentional, but that drop off was there. And then that year of being alone by myself really allowed me to kick it up into gear. I made a lot of progress with the business, met a lot of great people, met my now business partner as well through just a mutual and like a network group. And then I made the move to Miami, and now it's like, okay, now I have better connections. I have a business that's doing much better. I'm obviously in a much different environment now where it's like, okay, I mean, if you've been to Miami or you've seen the things online, like, you know what it's all about. Like, I mean, I had an apartment, I had a condo right in the middle of Brickell. Yes, there's SVJs screaming all the time. There's millions of dollars in supercars that are around you all the time. There's like, I can look out my balcony, see yachts going, you know, through the bay there. Just crazy, like just totally like new environment where they're like super, super high energy, where me strategically putting myself in this environment was, okay, like I knew that the energy was like different here, and I knew that it's hyper competitive as well. And I wanted to use that to my advantage because everybody there, everyone wants a nicer car than you. Everyone's trying to make more money than you. Everyone's trying to get richer, you know, have a better girlfriend, like want to be in better shape, like literally everything. It's just everything about it was just hyper competitive. And so me and then my group of friends that I had down there, obviously we all have our own things going on. Everyone's got their own business. Everybody's making money. Everyone's trying to make a shit ton more money. And then there's that like competitiveness just within like your own immediate network as well, where you can kind of see like the trajectory here, you know. And at least for me, could I have done it quicker? Yes. Do I think it worked out pretty well? Yes. And I think it's continuing to work out pretty well also. But it starts to be like a spiral up. Like you start to like break yourself down essentially, where, you know, maybe you put yourself into a physical location where you're forcing yourself to like lock in, stay away from people, that, you know, just no distractions, limit all of your distractions, where, you know, you might tear yourself down a little bit, lose some people, lose some relationships along the way, which again is just kind of a part of it. But then you start to spiral up, you know, then you start to find yourself in rooms and find yourself speaking with people that, you know, do have now similar interests with as you do, or they're now aligned, right? And they're highly ambitious people that are just trying to be a better version of themselves every single day. And then you change your environment again, you upgrade your environment, and you can see how it just kind of like starts to like spiral up. And now you find yourself into a position after, you know, putting the time in the beginning to, you know, building the network and curating the environment for yourself that you need to, you know, obviously keep getting richer and keep progressing in life. And just because I'm huge on that, it's like every day I'm trying to hit like a higher version, or I'm trying to be better than I was yesterday and just maximize my potential stats every single day. It drives me absolutely nuts, like before I go to bed at night. And I'm like, okay, like I slacked here, and here. Like I have to like destroy those things tomorrow. Like I have to attack those things viciously tomorrow because I have to get better and I have to get richer, and I'm nowhere near like where I want to be, like at all. But again, like it's all starts to like spiral up. And I think that strategically changing your physical environment, I think, is a big one every 8 to 12 months. And then, naturally, just letting relationships and things you don't want to associate with anymore just kind of falling off, which I don't think there's anything wrong with at all, because I think you'll go through a trial period, you'll go through some tougher times where you might be lonely. Again, I never really felt that. I honestly loved self-isolating myself and literally just focusing on the business. It was an absolute blast. Honestly, I might do it again, but not to that, extreme. But it's a lot of fun. And it forced me to build something to, where we are now. And, got a marketing agency doing over 150K a month now. And I don't even view that as a big number anymore. And because now the people I'm comparing up to and the people in my networks now, there's a lot of people that are making a shit ton more than that. So, but again, I think that you gotta take note of these things early on. And I think the earlier that you become aware of them, the better. So I hope this helped. Hit the subscribe button, drop a comment down below if you got any questions, or if you want to, love to hear your thoughts, or if you want to see me go over anything else.